Welcome to this episode of YouTube where we're definitely concerned about Grizzer's cognitive ability. We know his sense of smell is good. He has no problem finding food. His hearing is starting to get a little bit questionable, but he's still hanging in there. He's having a good winter. It's been a very mild winter for him. So as he is 16 and a half, going on 17, he's hanging out with Denali. They're sleeping in close proximity to each other. If Grizzer does get up a little bit later, Denali is quick to go do a nose-to-nose tail wag, making sure that, again, that everything's okay. And we're seeing the same kind of social nose-to-nose going on in the exhibit. Wolves are social carnivores, and there's no doubt the social behavior is important. We've had, again, some very warm, humid weather, so you're going to see a lot of this frost conditions that have been in our exhibit over the last couple of weeks. So it's not only beautiful, but it also seems to be triggering a little bit more social behavior than we normally see in January. So normally January is very tense, very dominant, a lot of ritualized behavior. But as we get into the 30s and that warm weather creates this frost, and don't really know what's kind of going on in the hormones of the wolves, but they're starting to change a little bit. And this is Grayson. Normally Grayson does a squat urination because he's so downtrodden from Axel's dominance. Here he actually does a squat and does a modified lift, an RLU, which is uncharacteristic of Grayson. Grayson is usually very subordinate to Axel. And Axel goes over, and we would expect, Axel being more dominant than Grayson, and that Axel would do an overmark, would actually mark over it. But here Axel is somewhat ignoring the marking, recognizes it but ignores it. The other thing we notice is Grayson's tail in this interaction goes into kind of a T2 tail, and Axel doesn't respond. Axel just drops his ears in submission and turns. Is this temperature driven? Is this hormonal driven? Hard to say, but it's definitely a change that we would normally see in January. January, like I said, is usually ramped up, lots going on, lots of dominance. So again, Axel on the left, there's a little bit of a play bow. Grayson on the right with that T2 tail. Axel's actually dropping his head to kind of roll over and submit. That's not classic wolf behavior in January. But it doesn't take too long before Axel realizes, oh, wait a minute, it is still January, and then goes and does a mount, does a little bit of posturing. Then you see Grayson's tail in a T4 tuck. Notice Grayson's licking. This is the important part of the behavioral dictionary that staff have got to monitor, is little subtle signs of stress like blinking and licking and yawning and ear posture. Tail posture is obvious. You have your tail tucked, they're stressed. But we really got to key into some of those other behaviors as we start to get ready for pups. We are going forward with a pup introduction plan for 2021. Staff are going to get trained again on monitoring behaviors, interpreting behaviors, and making sure that we understand the dynamics that's going on within the exhibit. So this is just some images that were taken by one of the wolf care staff, and this would be over by the north camera on explore.org, seeing quite a bit of activity between these 4-year-olds, certainly much more active than you see in retirement. So thanks for watching, and just as a reminder, we do have the Wolf Care Webinars 2021 annual subscription open for registration right now. That closes on February 1st. Basically what it means is that you can subscribe to the 14 webinars and get a price reduction for the entire subscription versus a single viewing. We will have 14 webinars in 2021, and many of them will involve the pups. So check out our website at wolf.org and register for the subscriptions. They will all be archived. You don't have to do anything. Once you get the subscription, we'll send you the links. You can't log in during the program scheduled time, and archive will automatically be sent to you. So thanks for watching, and everything you do here supports the Ambassador Wolves. Have a good day.